What up, it's your boy Television, and we're back with another one. Remember Tim Bradley? Remember what Tim Bradley said? Hey, you PBC guys. Hey, you PBC guys. Besides Wilder, all of y'all need to take on put your big boy panties on and come over here and fight Terrence Crawford. Rah, 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 rah. Remember all that nonsense? Well, funny how things just changed after a couple of days. Sean Porter's father made it clear, once again that, hey, they're willing to fight, Terrence Crawford. They're just waiting on the call. He also made it clear that, Al Heyman, PBC, they all got they got the green light for them. That, yeah, go over there, take on that guy. You know what I mean? Try to take that belt away from him. So they got the green light to go ahead and do the fight. And because of previous comments that Terrence Crawford had made about how he and Sean Porter are going to have to talk and they're going to come up with an agreement, it's not going to be because of PBC. It's not going to be because of Top Rank. It's going to be because of them, and that no one's going to force him to do the fight anyway. When he went to the zone, they asked the man, like, yo, have you talked to him since then? And his answer to that was no. He hasn't talked to him. His answer also was that, that's not a fight that he's looking at. You know what I'm saying? That's not a fight that's on his mind. So he would rather them not even ask him any questions about that fight. Which is very interesting. When it came to, what's his name? Danny Garcia. He's fighting Red Calf or whatever his name is. And they asked him about the Terrence Crawford fight as well. And he said, I'll fight him. You know what I'm saying? If it makes money, it makes sense financially, I'll fight him. You over here offering me a $3 million flat deal, money that I made against Solka. You know what I'm saying? Don't be fooled by what y'all see as far as the purses are concerned, which you all know when it pertains to the PBC fighters. They get a lot of back end. She said, why would I take that to fight him? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you pay me right? Yeah, I'll fight him. You know what I'm saying? Make it make business sense. People are like, oh, why would he fight Granados? He only fought Granados for $1 million. No, he fought, his check was $1 million. What did, DSG Promotions get, though? What did he get as far as the television rights are concerned? What did he get as far as concessions are concerned? What did he get as far as gates concerned? When it comes to people who are promoting their products, what portion did he get from that? They get all that. Merch that's sold. So he probably literally for that fight ended up making $3 million or even more for that particular fight. But you're offering him a $3 million flat rate. And he's like, but then the guy that I knocked out, that I beat up, Amir Khan, you're offering him $7 million. Or he got $5 million plus upside and ended up making $7 million. So that's two fighters now saying, no, I'll fight him. Just make sure it makes, as long as it makes sense. And it seems when it comes to Top Rank, when it comes to Terrence Crawford, it seems from what we can see so far, they were just talking out their tail. They was just using these fighters literally just to promote his brand, which is the Top Rank blueprint. Like I've said in previous videos, that's what they do. They'll take a fighter, they'll attach him to someone, and then they'll sell that fighter on the possibility of fighting these other fighters or this fighter in the future, or off the strength of, hey, this guy's afraid, this guy doesn't want, this is the guy I want, but they're afraid of me. And when it came to Earl Spence being hurt or getting into his car accident, using his name wasn't really doing anything when it came to this particular fight that just happened. So it turned to, hey, let's just talk about, let's say that, hey, we're interested in a Sean Porter fight. Or we want to fight these guys. We would have rather been fighting these guys, but these guys are scared to fight us. They're scared to fight me. Let's use that angle. And they use that angle, but unfortunately when you do that, and then these certain same guys that you're talking about step up and say, nah, I'll fight him. I ain't scared of that dude. Just pay me right. They didn't want to pay me right the last time. They were BSing me when it came to the finances the last time. And this other guy saying, I'm out of here. He's my friend, but I'll fight him. We definitely can do this. It puts you into a situation where you gotta, where what's really going on kind of just, comes into the forefront. And I've said it before. That this man doesn't really want to fight these guys. Is he afraid of these guys? Absolutely not. I don't think he's afraid of them, but I think he wants to use that Top Rank blueprint, and he wants to, flow with, what his promoter wants to do, despite what he might put out in the public, despite what he might say. I think the ultimate plan is to just keep doing what he's doing. His next fight won't be against any PBC fighters. And I believe they're going to do exactly what they're going to do before. He's going to fight probably, I guess, in South Africa against some lower tier fighter. Then after that, he's going to come back to the United States and he's going to fight another lower tier fighter. Then after that, he's probably going to fight his mandatory, who's going to be another lower tier fighter that no one wants to see him fight. Then after that, he's going to fight another lower tier fighter. And then the next thing now is probably going to be, I don't want anybody, because now the thing is that, no, now all I want is champions. Before you wanted to fight Danny, before you wanted to fight all these PBC fighters, now you just want to fight champions. But you're going to be fighting these other dudes that are not champions, which it continues to put yourself into a space where people have to question you and question what you're really trying to do and question your willingness, to fight this, this tough level competition at this weight class. And especially you're saying you want Earl Spence. What better way of getting Earl Spence is there by taking away Earl Spence's options? What better way, is there to take on, to force an Earl Spence fight by taking on a Sean Porter and saying, yo, look how easily I beat that dude. You struggle with that dude. You had a tough fight against that guy. Look what I was able to do against him. Taking away those options for Danny Garcia is willing to fight you, paying him a boatload of money, paying him. That's a $300,000 plus pay-per-view fight if you promote it right. If Crawford fought, Danny Garcia on Fox on pay-per-view, that's doing. I know that's doing $300,000 plus. A Sean Porter fight against Crawford on Fox, that's $300,000 plus. So ESPN just needs to promote it right, and it'll do over $300,000. And there's no reason why you can't pay them their $7-8 million, whatever it's going to cost. And you can say, Danny's not, when it comes to Danny, he's not a champion. He's like, well, Danny can make $7 million plus, do $300,000 plus, fighting Manny Pacquiao or fighting Earl Spence, which those fights will happen for him. So he can just wait. Like, all right, you don't want to give me that money? Cool. I'll wait a few months and still get the fight, either fight for one belt or fight for two, and still make the finances that I want you to pay me. I'll just do it on this side. So either you pay me the money that I want, or I'll just make it over here. They have options. They know viable options where they know they can make those finances. And they can make those big fights, and they can still fight for those belts against people who are more known than Terence Crawford and are bigger in the limelight than Terence Crawford. Where it is, you're getting your pay, and on top of that, if you beat these guys, it then catapults you to a higher level. But this whole talk about, PBC fighters don't want to fight Terence Crawford, or it's not Terence Crawford's fault that he can't get these particular fights, that's officially done. It's a done deal. It's over with. At this point, there's nothing you can really say when it comes to that. You can't. And at this point, I'll even have to question the fact if he really wants to even fight Earl Spence. I have to question that, because I think if it was a situation where like, Earl Spence was like, all right, F it, let's do it next. I don't know if they necessarily would actually do that fight. I think they would start probably the same talk as they did previously. Well, it's not a $500,000, not a $700,000 fight yet, but in a pay-per-view fight yet. Oh no, we want 50%. We're not going to take anything less than 50% because Terence Crawford is a better fighter and he's pound number one. Something of that nature, because I don't believe at this moment that's a fight that Top Rank wants to put. I don't think it is. And at this point, we have to question Terence Crawford as well, because Terence Crawford is probably looking like, I'm fighting this lower tier competition and I'm making $3 to $4 million off every single fight. And I can do this for the next 6 years of my contract. I can make $8 million a year for the next 5 years. I can make $6 to $7 million a year for the next 5 years fighting nobodies. And I know what I'm doing with my money. Even though he's getting losing 40% off, 30% to Bob Arum, 8% to his previous promoter. He doesn't spend a lot, and he's smart with his money, so he's figured, I'll just keep buying these properties, I'm good. But all that talk about other people don't want to fight him, Can't do that anymore. And as far as his star power is concerned, it's going to continue to decrease, and decrease because no one wants to see him fight lower tier competition. That's number one. And excuses are over. Like, subscribe, share. I'm out.